Assalamualaikum. Thank you for the introduction, Majid. Today we have a special guest. His name is Muhammad Assad, and he is a young, very young. He's actually 28 years old, and he's a CEO of an investment company from Jakarta, and then he's also a famous speaker, right, from Indonesia. Okay, and also he published several books. And I think without any further ado, I'm just gonna welcome Muhammad Assad. So we're gonna have basically a lecture, and then after that Q&A after that. So.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It's very great to be here. Thank you, Reza, for a warm introduction. My name is Assad, Muhammad Assad. I just graduated from, my undergrad is in Business Information System in Malaysia, and I continued my study to Qatar. I took a Master of Islamic Finance there. I got scholarship from my undergrad studies and also for master grade. For undergrad, I got scholarship from Petronas, and a master, I got scholarship from Emir Qatar, is the king of Qatar. So it's glad to be here. I actually invited by the UC San Diego to speak there, but then I come to LA first, and this is my first visit to America, and then so it's good. Then I just visited Hollywood just now, Hollywood sign, and it's good. Okay, alhamdulillah. Ini harus pakai bahasa Inggris ya? Atau is okay in Indonesian or it's in English? Dua-duanya ya. I think you're all familiar with English, yeah? Because all look Indonesian look, but we are speaking in American. Okay. I don't know what to share actually. So basically, I just want maybe it's a good sharing if we can learn from each other. I think it's better, not just me. Well, what can I share to you is that Indonesia is a very huge country. We have a lot of resources, not only the natural resources, but what's the most important for the development of the country is the human resource. And we are very fortunate because our people is everywhere, our young generation. So it's our obligation, basically, as a Muslims, you know, we have to be, we call it success, like sukses di dunia dan juga di akhirat, gitu ya. We have to be success in dunia and akhirat. So the concept of success in Islam is basically in the surah that we always recite. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina adzabannar. Jadi sukses itu menurut Islam adalah saat kita bisa sukses di ketiganya. Seperti doa yang tadi kita baca, Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah, ya Allah berilah kebahagiaan atau keberkahan di dunia. Yang kedua adalah keberkahan di akhirat, dan yang terakhir adalah terbebas dari api neraka. Jadi di dalam Islam, in Islam there are three eras where we have to be a successful person. Jadi bukan hanya di dunia, gitu ya. Kesuksesan yang pertama adalah kesuksesan saat kita bisa sukses di dunia. Apa itu sukses di dunia? Ya seperti sekarang, ya, teman-teman punya kehidupan yang baik, rezeki yang baik, punya rezeki, penghasilan, kesempatan yang lebih baik. You guys all have the more opportunities than other. Banyak teman-teman kita yang mungkin di Indonesia yang tidak merasakan pendidikan yang baik, banyak yang terlantar. There are so many homeless people, even young generations, they are not having a good education as we are here, gitu. Nah, itu adalah tugas kita semua untuk membangun bangsa Indonesia ke depannya. Yang kedua, setelah sukses di dunia, kita juga harus sukses di akhirat, gitu ya. Nah, sukses di akhirat itu adalah bagaimana kita bisa sukses pada saat kita meninggal, kemudian kita ditanya dalam kubur, kemudian kita akan dikumpulkan dalam suatu padang, yaitu padang mahsyar. Dan setelah itu, sukses yang ketiga adalah saat bisa terbebas dari api neraka. Ini adalah sukses ketiga. Nah, bagaimana mendapatkan sukses itu? How to succeed in life and also in hereafter? Kita harus sukses dengan nilai. Nah, apa itu sukses dengan nilai? Sukses dengan nilai yaitu adalah sukses yang bukan hanya di dunia, tapi kita tahu makna kesuksesan itu akan dibawa sampai mati. Contohnya, misalkan dalam sukses nilai itu ada dua nilai yang harus dipegang. There are two values, so I can say success with values if you wanted to be a successful person. The first one, nilai yang berhubungan dengan kita sebagai manusia. Jadi setiap dari kita, each and every one of us has the strength and the uniqueness than other people. Jadi kita semua punya keutamaan, punya kekuatan, keunikan yang tidak mungkin bisa disamakan oleh orang lain. Tadi Mas Reza di IT, kemudian Mas Anggoro, teman-teman yang lain mungkin ada yang di medical, ada yang di arsitek, ada yang di dokter. Di situ kita harus bisa mendapatkan nilai atau value tersebut dan kita harus bisa memberikan kontribusi bagi masyarakat. Gitu. Jadi seperti hadis Rasulullah, khairun nas anfa'uhum linnas, bahwa sebaik-baik manusia adalah yang bisa memberikan manfaat bagi orang lain. The great or the most or the best people among you are those who are beneficial to other people. Jadi orang yang paling bermanfaat adalah bagaimana kita bisa memberikan manfaat bagi orang lain. Ibaratnya kalau misalkan dalam sebuah jari gitu ya, manfaat itu ada 5 tipe orang. There are 5 types of people in giving a benefit to others. Yang pertama adalah tipe clinking ya. Clinking itu apa Inggrisnya, Mas? Hah? Picking? Picky. It's a picky. Tipe picky adalah tipe clinking, adalah tipe orang yang hanya bisa memberikan manfaat bagi dirinya sendiri. Bahkan terkadang memberikan manfaat bagi dirinya sendiri pun nggak bisa. Gitu. Contohnya, jadi ini tidak berhubungan dengan education, tidak berhubungan dengan status sosial, tapi orang-orang yang mereka tidak bisa membawa manfaat bagi siapapun termasuk bagi dirinya sendiri. Dia menjadi beban bagi lingkungannya, bagi keluarganya, bagi bangsa dan negaranya. He is the burden of his family, his environment. Jadi itu adalah tipe clinking. Kita semoga nggak ada tipe itu ya. Tipe yang kedua adalah tipe jari manis. Jari manis apa? Sweet picky? Bukan? Yeah, this one. Ring finger? Ring finger. Tipe ring finger adalah orang yang bisa memberikan manfaat bukan hanya bagi diri sendiri tapi juga bagi keluarga. These are the people that can give benefit not just for themselves but also for their family. Nah, at least kita harus ada di tipe ini. Ya, jadi kalau tipe clinking, tipe jari manis, ini adalah tipe yang kita harus memberikan manfaat bagi at least bagi keluarga. Keluarga kita nggak kelaparan, ayah ibu kita bisa punya kehidupan yang baik, anak-anak kita punya kehidupan yang baik, mungkin yang sudah menikah, istri yang punya kehidupan yang baik. Itu tipe kedua. Tipe yang ketiga adalah jari tengah. What is this? F finger or middle finger? Ya, yeah. Middle finger. Middle finger ini adalah orang-orang yang bisa. Iya Bu. Ayo. Kenapa? Oh gitu bahasa Inggris aja Bu. Oh ya udah, oke. Alright, okay, so middle finger is the people who are beneficial not only for themselves or family but also for the environment, for the people around. So these are what our Prophet encourage us to do by the hadith of khairun nas anfa'uhum linnas. So the most people, or the best people among you are those who are beneficial or can give benefit to others. The fourth one is telunjuk. What's this? Index finger. Yeah, index finger is a type of person that can give benefit not only for themselves or family or the people, but for the nation. So these are the people who are on the top already, actually. So like a leader, they can give a benefit not just only for themselves, but also for the people. They are not only thinking about themselves or about their family, but what they think is that how I can give my people, how I can give a welfare to my people, how I can build my nation. So, and the last type of the successful person are the tam, is those who are give benefit not just for themselves, family, environment, nation, but is for world. So it's dunya. So these are the top leaders, or the whoever it is that he's very influential, that can give a benefit to many people. And if we can see from the history, there is a one book called The Most 100 Influential People in the World. It's written in I think 1972 by Michael Hart. Is a non-Muslim writer. He made a research about the most influential people in the world. And what's amazing is that his research is very objective, and he put Prophet Muhammad as the first, as the most influential people in the history throughout the world, because his influence, our Prophet, is very big during a very short time. Muhammad became a prophet when he was 40 years old until 63 years old. So it's around 23 years old he became a prophet. But his area of but Islam is was really expanding at that time through Spain, Andalusia, and then Rome, and then Greece. So Islam was very powerful at that time, and it's because Muhammad. So we are, as a follower of our Prophet, of Rasulullah, we have to be at least not really similar, but at least we can follow what our Prophet did. He is very generous to the people. He is very kind to everyone, and that's what we are supposed to do as well. Okay, so that's the main, or the number one of the value, meaning success with values. The second one, the value is about our, I can say, our principle, or our core values. Each and every one of us, we have our own values that already inherited, and already taught maybe in the school or in the family, such as honesty, work hard, and then discipline. So these are values that if we can use that to build our success, so the success will be like forever, you know. If we build our success based on integrity, based on honesty, based on discipline, work hard, so actually the foundation is really strong. It's different than if we want to be a successful person, but we get it from cheating, if we get it from maybe lying, or we are doing bad things. So basically these are two values that we as a young generation, we have to have it. Because if these two values are with us in the process of we are building our own success, so it will stay longer than others. Okay, I also wrote a book when I was studying in Qatar. It's called Notes from Qatar, Notes from Qatar 1, Notes from Qatar 2. There are also book about sedekah. Yeah, sedekah super stories is all about sedekah basically. I also wrote a book about hijab stories, 99 hijab stories. So it's basically a book that consists of 99 people in Indonesia. 80% was from public figure, is an artist, model, like businesswoman, or many people that is famous in Indonesia. I don't know whether it's famous here or not. Like Inneke Koesherawati, tahu ya, you know it ya. Like nggak tahu ya, zaman dulu terkenal. Ada Dian Pelangi, April Jasmine, kemudian Lira Firna, ya. Yeah. So I bring several books. If you guys want, please tell me. It's like around, maybe I sell it $25, yeah, and then I'll sign it. And then after that, about success, our Prophet has teach us that uh, success, it's not just about getting maybe money or a good life, or we can have big houses or fancy cars, but success in the deep meaning is like how our lives, with it's only one time, but we can give as much as benefit to many people. So these are the meaning of success, and we all have all the same opportunity to get success. One of the formula that I share in my book, in Notes from Qatar, is the 3 P's. 3 P's. The first P, there are 3 P's. The first one is the positive. The second one is persistence, and the third one is pray. So these are the formula for me. For success. The first one is P, positive. We have to be positive in everything we do. In Islam, we have a name called husnuzon, atau Indonesianya berprasangka baik terhadap Allah. So we always have to have a good what do you call it? Prasangka image or feelings to Allah. If you are positive, it can give a benefit. It can influence all the things. Like if you want to go for a job, or applying a job, or applying for the universities, if you are positive that we can, inshallah that you will get it. In one of the hadith Qudsi, Allah berfirman, sesungguhnya aku seperti apa yang hambaku sangkakan kepadaku. I am as what my servant thinks of me. If my servant has a good feeling, jika dia berprasangka baik, maka itu yang didapat. If he has a negative feeling, then he will get that one too. So basically, if we are having a good and positive mindset, so actually we can have everything that we want. In the Western side, we always know about like motivational books such as The Power or The Secret, and basically like 1,400 years back, our Prophet has taught us about that, about husnuzon, how we always have to think positively. Because if we think positive, it will give an impact in our action. Our action will be positive too. Okay, the second P is about persistence. If you want to succeed, you have to be persistent. Whatever you do. In all the story of successful people, there must be a failure part. And each of us has how do you call it? Has a number of fail that we always have to pass through. Jadi kita semua punya jatah gagal dalam hidup ini. The more we finish, the more we are trying, the more we will get a new thing. And if you never fail, you will never learn a new thing. Okay? But what makes a difference between a successful and non-successful people is that every successful person, they will get up every time they get fail, every time they get fall. So after positive, we have to be persistent. And the third one after that is the pray. Pray is I can say is the most powerful weapon, is because we always ask for Allah. Everything we do. We want to have a good life, we want to have a good job, we want to have a good family. It's not enough if we just relying on ourselves, but we also have to ask for the Almighty. Okay. Besides 3 P's, we also have to implement the formula of 3H. In my book, in Notes from Qatar 2, I wrote about 3H, which is honest, humble, and helpful. The first one is honest. Honesty is a universal thing. Everyone likes an honest person. Even a cheater, they hate to be cheated. The second one is about humble. Humble is in Indonesian sederhana, yeah. So basically, is you are not like what do you call it? Like exaggerate or like too much So basically, humble is like you are behaving as it is. Okay, there are so many rich and powerful people, but they behave like very humble. So it's very approachable. The third one is about helpful. Helpful is like helping each other. Every time if your friends or your family needs help, so if you can help, just help. In Islam, we have a sadaqah. Actually, it's a giving. Giving is a universal concept as well. Everyone who gives, he will or they will get more. That's the concept. In Islam, Allah berfirman bahwa a giving or sedekah, you will get in return at least 10 times. So if you do a good deeds, including sedekah, you will get in return 10 more times. That's minimum. There are several ayat, verses. Its return can be 700, can be 70, can be even more than 1,000. So it's very powerful if you can help people. Okay. So after 3Ps and then 3H, and the last one is 3Ds. Yeah. In my third book, Notes from Qatar 3, I wrote about 3Ds, which is a dream, do, deliver. So we have to have a dream first. If you have a dream, then it means that we have something to reach in life. If you don't have a dream, so basically we are dead, okay, quote unquote. And after dreaming, we have a dream. It's a lot of dream, but it's not enough. We have to do action. So basically, after we are dreaming, not dreaming in the sleep, but really dream like who do we want to be in the future. And after do, we will deliver good things. So those are basically the formulas that I wrote about how to get success in life, and it's all in my book, Notes from Qatar. But I believe all of you has more like formulas or secrets how to success. So basically, these are the sharing that I can give. Then I think it's better if more mungkin ada tanya jawab kali ya biar lebih menarik gitu. Okay, I think that's all the introduction from me. I guess you all are sleeping or sleepy, yeah. So basically, we can have interactive discussion because, frankly speaking, I really want to learn and to know more about you guys. Really, maybe we can have good sharing, or you can share, or you can tell me about yourself. Really, I'm not Ustad. Okay, I'm not Ustad. I'm just same like you, as Reza said. I'm 28 years old, so maybe some of you are older than me. Yeah, from the face I can see is older. From the face also younger, very young, like this man. So it's a very good time if you can share each other. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Ustad Assad, for the lessons. And inshallah, we'll get benefit from it, and inshallah. And I think we're just gonna start question and answers, and if anybody wants to have a question to ask, but I want to ask. Maybe I can go first. You mentioned about being persistence, and there's some failure and some how do you keep it going, basically? How do you keep it, for you personally, how do you basically just keep it going and move on? And how do you achieve that? Because everybody, encounter problems and they fails and stuff. And how do you basically get it going? And maybe anybody wants to ask, I'm going to add another thing. So. Okay. No? Anggora, maybe? Okay. We'll just.
I thought you guys not understand my English, or what? Is it different English that I learned in Indonesia in here? It's the same, yeah? Okay. Malu, okay. Well, everyone will get filled, that's for sure. But what makes us get up is basically if we have a dream. Like, all of us must have a dream. You have a dream, right? Like what? You want to be the next Zuckerberg, or like, perhaps not. See? If Reza wants to be the next Zuckerberg, so every time he gets failed, he will always remember about his dreams. So basically, if you always remember about your dreams, so that's the spirit that can makes you always get up, that moves you, from failure. Okay, like me, I was several times failed, even in education or even in business. Okay, in business I lost so much money, I can say, but I know that's the 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 opportunity for me to study. Sorry, yeah, to study. So I always say my failure should be a fail forward. It means that after I fail, I learn about my failure, and then after that I must back, and then I work again, but in a better way. So basically, what can make your always get up is if you have a dream. But the most important one after the dream is yourself. Even though there are 10 motivators or like the best speakers in front of you speaking and giving you spirit, if you don't want to move out like your body, your mind, you'll never make it. But if we have a guts or really want to success, so basically it will give us the energy, to, yeah, in Indonesia we call it move on. Like, yeah, we have to move on from everything, from the sad stories, from the sad love stories or whatever. Then we are moving on, because that's it. The first one is about the dream. If you have a dream, so basically your life will be very colorful. The second one is about yourself. If you fail, but you really have a gut to succeed, so basically you will do it. But it's always coming from yourself, so it's like burning inside. Yeah, I think that's it. Or if it's not question, can be sharing perhaps, like where you study, or like we are in the same age. Don't worry. I'm 17. You are what? 20, 18, 19.
Or maybe
Yes, it's okay. This is my fifth book, 99 Hijab Stories. So it consists of 99 people, a woman, Indonesian woman, a famous one, who are having inspiring stories about his hijab. Sorry, not his, her hijab. 80% are public figure, 20% are from the normal, the ordinary people. But what's interesting is that there's one story. It's from the driver of busway. Yeah, in Indonesia we have busway. So she wore a hijab, veil, because her father was passed away. And after her father was passed away, she really wanted to be a good daughter for her late father. So what she did, she always went to Majlis Taklim, pengajian, and she learned much about Islam. And she found out that if a woman already, we call it balik, yeah, jadi sudah dewasa, like I think more than 17 years old, if she doesn't wear hijab, so basically, not even she can enter paradise, even she cannot smell the smell of a paradise. I mean, so after that, she really inspired, because she said, I want to be a good daughter for my late father. I want to pray for my father. So basically, one of the thing that I will do, I will wear hijab. Because hijab is not the option. It is actually obligation. That's one of the inspiring story that I share here in the 99 Hijab Stories. So as I said, but it's in Indonesian. That's why I don't know whether you guys understand or not. But I think some words are easier to digest. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes. You still look young. Don't worry.
actually, right now, there are a lot of talents from young Muslim in the entertainment. Like, can I be an artist, or can I be a movie star, or can I be anything, like in the entertainment world? Because some ustads say it's like, well, don't go there, learn. They just think that's not according to Islamic value. I want you to share your point.
On what? On like a Muslim cannot do some works that not appropriate? Or?
Can you choose any career?
Oh, okay. Okay, I think yes, we can choose any career, and we can have the same opportunity to success. You know, in Islam they are called sunnatullah. Sunnatullah is like a universal concept, the hukum alam. So everyone who wants to get success, actually there is no secret for getting to reach success. We know like discipline, hard work, like honesty. Those are the secrets of if you want to succeed. You know, when for example, if I drop this book, it will go down. I mean, it will go down to what do you call it? Like to the table. Everyone who does this will go down to the table. Like me or Reza or even Brad Pitt, if he drop this book, it will go down to the table. So this is, we call it like sunnatullah, hukum alam. Basically, if we really want any career, for me, I think any career is okay. But of course, there are several, I can say, prohibited. It means that, for example, in Islam, basically, we cannot work in a place who give like interest or riba, basically, yeah, because dikatakan bahwa whoever receive interest or give interest or who made the document for the interest untuk bunga, so basically all will be in the hell. Gitu. So basically, any career as long as it's halal, I think should be fine, and everyone can get success of it. But of course, there are some restricted professions, such as if you are working in the bank, for example. There are some pro and cons, you know, because in the bank, like the bank give a loan with interest, so interest is a riba, and riba is prohibited. So basically, those who are working in the bank, some of them who are having a good understanding about Islam, they are moving actually. But if you don't have any other choices, you can still have, I mean, working in the bank. But if you have a better option, better you move. But any career like entertainment, I think, yeah, there are so many Muslims artists as well who are not just showing off her, for example, like body, but also the mind. Like be a good artist, be a good actress, be good or what, a police, doctor, architect, and I think there are so many other professions. As long as it's permitted, I think it's okay.
Anybody else have some question?
Dor.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I can throw some.
Yeah.
I noticed you mentioned about where you went, and it's costly, and I'm very why and also books, and here from a finance background, and books. Is it because of the hobby or?
Okay, I started writing a book when I was in Qatar 2 years back. It's coming from blog. Okay, when I was in Qatar, I don't have anything to do except studying. Really, Qatar is a good country, is a nice country, but it's boring as well. I mean, boring is like you can travel the whole country. It's just one day, so it's very small. It's even much smaller than Jakarta. It's smaller than South Jakarta, Jakarta Selatan. It's just the population is just 200,000 people. It's a good country. It will host the World Cup for 2022. It's a very rich country, very developing. There are so many skyscrapers building. There are so many good place there, but it's really boring. So what I do, I always spend my weekend writing a blog. So the holiday in Qatar and all most of the Arabic countries are Friday and Saturday or Thursday and Friday. So Friday should be off because they are preparing for Friday pray. It's different. Here is Saturday and Sunday, I guess, right? Yeah. So every Friday I wrote a blog and I share about my stories. So what's inside this book is basically my story, my journey in Qatar. Every day or maybe every week I get different interesting stories and I try to share it in the blog. And after that, there are so many readers that really like it. And after 1 year, they suggest me to make a book. Why? Because not everyone can see or can check every week about my blog. Then I thought that this is a very good idea, and I tried to compile it, this book, and then I sent it to some of the publishers, and Alhamdulillah, it's the biggest publisher in Indonesia called Gramedia. They receive it. They receive, and finally they publish a book. And up until now, it's already 6 books altogether that I wrote. It's already sold more than 100,000 copies, like almost 200,000 copies in Indonesia. It's becoming a national bestseller too. And that's the beginning. I mean, that's the story of my hobby. Yeah, it's actually a hobby, but hobby can give. We call it like isang berhadiah. Is like it's a hobby, but it gives you many things, good things, benefit. Yep. Then after that, I became a speaker as well. I was invited to many conferences, many forums, many seminars, many pengajian, ya, majelis taklim. And why I choose to go back to Indonesia because I born in Indonesia. I grew up there. My family all was there. So basically, my nationality, it's like a calling, you know. After you finish your study, so go back to your country, and then build your country, build your nation with all the knowledge that you have. So that's the reason why I come back. If I stay in Qatar, maybe they can give a good facilities, they can give a better offerings for a job, for example. But I believe going back home and then building our own home, our own country, our own nation is much more giving you a pleasure or giving you a what do you call happiness. So that's what I chose. Yeah, entrepreneurship, because frankly speaking, I don't like to work behind the computer. I hate working. I mean, just sitting like 8 hours, 10 hours, just doing the same thing. Or even we don't do anything. I think we're just playing Facebook or opening emails, perhaps. But then I choose to be an entrepreneur because I like, first, maybe challenges. And second, I know if I want to be the richest person, you can't just work to the people. You have to build your own, we call it like empire. So basically, even our prophet is a trader, is a pedagang, he is an entrepreneur. Our prophet Muhammad is a very great entrepreneur. If you do know, since 12 years old, he already became an entrepreneur. He was going with his uncle, Abdul Muttalib, went to Syria, and after that, when he was 23 years old, he became one of the richest young men in Arabs at that time. And he met Siti Khadijah, his wife. Siti Khadijah was the investor. Muhammad is the entrepreneur. So basically, in Islamic finance, there are concepts of mudharabah. There are so many concepts, mudharabah, musyarakah. And Prophet Muhammad and Siti Khadijah was the one who really applied those concepts. At that time, Muhammad as the entrepreneur, Siti Khadijah as a Rabbul Mal, or we call it investor. And he's doing business very well. Even he got saying as the most trusted person at that time, Al-Amin, yang terpercaya. So those are the inspiring things that inspire me to be an entrepreneur. And it's not really easy actually being entrepreneur. You will suffer so many things at the beginning, but I know, like what I said, I have a dream that I want to reach my target in several years. So I know these are the process that I have to go through. Then, so I just enjoy it, even though there are so many hurdles, like challenges as well, even failure. But as long as I have a dream, I know where I want to do, I know where I want to go. So I think everything should be okay. It should be fine. Well, yeah. I finished my study on 2012 from Qatar, and then I started my own company. It's called Rayyan Capital. Uh, Rayyan Capital. Rayyan means a door, one of the door of heaven. So it's basically I get the name from my apartment in my Qatar. It's called Rayyan Buildings, Rayyan Apartments. So I made Rayyan Capital. Basically, that's an Indonesian private equity company. So we manage a fund and we put it in the portfolios that we are currently doing. Currently, we are having business in property, energy, and consumer goods. The hardships from my study, yes. Before I get scholarship, I get like rejection from 3 universities, and there are so many other rejections until I get scholarships. During my career, doing business is not as easy as we think. We always see the great businessman, like rich people, is really having a good life, but in fact, they don't know how struggle the people actually. Like myself, like I just made this company for 2 years, and I think there are more failure than success in the company. I lost, for example, more than 200,000 US dollars in the first year, and that are the investment from people, you know, so I have to responsible for that. So it's really not good if you think, but if you think again, you will see that okay, these hardships it can become a very good good study if you really want to learn about it. As I explained before, that every failure that I got, it should be a fail forward. It means that I learn from that failure, then I have to do it better in other times. So hardships, I think everyone will face hardships, even all of you. In every path or career that you choose, there will be hardships, failure, or disappointments, or even tears. But as long as we have a dream, as long as we know where to go, where to head, so I think those hardships will be solved, I think. Yep. Yeah, but this Indonesian contact, I don't bring. Okay, I think from email muh.assad@gmail.com. Twitter, yeah, Twitter is Muhammad Assad is all together MUHAMMADASSAD. Thank you, guys.